Hey everybody, welcome back to the Scentaur Fragrance channel. Thank you so much for stopping by today. My name is Benjamin and I do review fragrances, colognes, perfumes, and all things scent related. If you want to save money, find the best fragrances, be smelling great, and learn about those little details with the fragrances, you've come to the right place. I'm here to help you. Let's jump into this list. Before I do, if you have not watched my top 10 most wearable dark fragrance list that I released, check that one out. I think it would really work and it could help you. But today we're going to be talking about the fun, the playful, the spooky, and some of those crazy fragrances that might just be perfect for Halloween. And these fragrances are really good. I'm going to start out with some cheapies, just like I like to do for y'all, to help y'all find some fragrances, get some ideas of what you can wear. Let me know in the comment section below what you're going to be wearing, what you like to wear for Halloween, in the fall, in the winter, whatever you want to share with me. Let's get that conversation started. So first off, I wanted to start with Halloween Man Shot. Now, if you haven't heard about this fragrance, it creeps up a little bit here and there. It is a winner of a fragrance for the price for about 25 or 20 bucks, maybe 25 bucks. You're getting an interesting fragrance. It has interesting jackfruit accord that everybody talks about. It has cardamom. It almost has a Dolce & Gabbana, the one type of feel to the fragrance. So overall, it's nice. It has a lot of nice notes going into it. It is not the most natural fragrance, but it does smell quite good. It's a good smelling fragrance. Nobody can debate that. And for the price, it's just a winner. I think it's about a 6 or 7 hour fragrance, but it's a good one for sure. If you want something playful and something that's just going to work for the money, no doubt about it, especially if you're a younger guy. But this one can be dressed up and it's going to suit all ages. That's one reason I think Halloween Man Shot is such a good fragrance. So the next one is Jupe Wild. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the Jupe DNA. I much prefer something like Givenchy's Zurius Rouge. But Jupe Wild is just a great playful fragrance. It's very sweet, of course, with that Jupe DNA. It almost has a classy cough syrup type feel to me. But it's smooth, it's playful, it's very sweet. It grabs attention, and it still seems to work. And it still seems like it's pretty much a classic. I don't feel, whenever I smell that fragrance, that it's dated whatsoever. So Jupe Wild just brings on a little bit of spiciness. It brings on a little bit of a more of a dark berry vibe instead of the cherry vibe. And I think it just has a little bit more of a playful nature instead of that sensual, smooth nature perhaps the original was going for. So Jupe Wild is going to work fantastic. And even though the bottle is corny, it's a fantastic Halloween bottle, so check that one out. So the next one is John Varvatos Dark Rebel. Now, if you haven't heard about this fragrance, this is a very dark, kind of thick fragrance for what it is. It almost smells like one of those dark vetiver fragrances, but there's something more to it. It has a licorice-like vibe to it. There's some leather to this. This is a very strong, almost a mature fragrance for a strong-willed man. It doesn't smell old whatsoever. It does smell quite unique. You're pretty much getting a niche fragrance for close to $20 or $25, or maybe $30 at the most. And it doesn't last a really long time for how dark it is, but there's a real texture, there's a real full-bodied quality to this fragrance, and it just smells like oozing black goo. So if you want something for that for the Halloween season in a very good way, kind of like a thick black paste kind of smelling fragrance, there's something really interesting about it, and I don't know how they created that, but they did a great job. So check out Dark Rebel by John Varvatos if you want something that's sweet, licoricey, leathery, and something that's quite interesting. Again, pretty much a niche fragrance on a budget. So smell original, guys. So the next one is Encre Noir L Extreme. This one is for you guys who want to smell dark but yet classy. I'm going to put it that way. You get a boozy rum accord. You get a beautiful kind of classy nature that resins can give, or perhaps almost patchouli can give, but it's not a patchouli fragrance really. It's more of a vetiver fragrance. And that booziness and that classiness complements this dark, inky vetiver so well. It's dark and complex and yet classy. This is for somebody like Dracula when he wants to wear a gold suit. It smells classy and refined, but yet there is a dark, brooding side to this fragrance. Very strong, perhaps a little bit more on the mature side. Trust me, you younger guys we're going to get to some more playful fragrances. But Encre Noir El Extreme is one of the best values out there right now in the fragrance world. You could go for the original Encre Noir if you have it, and if you love it, I mean, wear what you got. I mean, just rock it. And but again, fantastic fragrance. If you've been interested in it, if you like those dark, inky vetiver fragrances, for the money, it's going to be really hard to beat that one. So let's jump to the next one. This is Armaf Niche Oud. I have this in my collection. It's going to be in my winter list. It's going to be in some of my big performer type of lists. And this one is a really strong performing fragrance, guys. It performs very well. It perhaps isn't the loudest, but it lasts a very long time. I get something like 10 hours on my skin. It does have a little bit almost of that root beer quality. Some people say that some fragrances can have that Coca-Cola vibe. I don't feel like it has the booziness to make it sparkle, but it almost smells like a flat root beer. But it's an oud fragrance, so it's leathery and rich. It has a little bit of that tobacco vibe, and it is so well done for the money, for the $30 to $35 range. Armaf Niche Oud, it smells like serious quality, smells like something rich, smells like a very expensive fragrance, and that's what I love to bring out to y'all. Performing fragrances that really smell great for the money. So if that's what you're into, if you don't mind something that has that root beer Coca-Cola vibe, this one is going to serve you very well. And trust me, it's sweet and playful enough that it's not going to run any ladies off for sure. So check that one out. It's not an intense oud fragrance that's going to be super daring. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's jump to the next one, Bulgari Man in Black. This one can be worn by all ages. I think that it's a more mature spice bomb. You younger guys, you younger dogs out there, you just got to wear Spice Bomb, try it out. It's not outdated. It doesn't smell old whatsoever. It still performs. It still does a wonderful job. This one, it smells a little bit more, I think, spicy. It's not as sweet. It doesn't have that like almost arrogant feel that vibe that I think that Spice Bomb has. And it just becomes a little bit more smooth and sensual as it dries down, and that cardamom and all that spiciness settles down. This one is almost beast mode on some of you. It might just be beast mode. It performs very well. Bulgari Man in Black is a great winner of a fragrance, so check it out. You can usually find that one at discounters for $50, maybe $45 if you're lucky, $55 or so, but it's a really good fragrance, so check it out. Next one, we're going to jump into some of the niche fragrances, some of the more expensive fragrances, and this is one of those for you younger guys. If you're a younger college guy and you want something crazy for party nights, for when you're going to have a rendezvous or anything like that, Almost Single by Confessions of a Rebel has that party vibe, has that boozy sparkle. It's just intoxicating. It smells smooth, full-bodied, but yet there's just something interesting about it. But it's not too daring. It's not too different. I do feel like it almost smells like Fragranza Petra Blue. If you haven't checked that one out, I think that one could work, and it is quite lovely for a party or a date night situation. And that one is a copy of Blue Lazuli by Armani, I believe it is. So check those out. Very good fragrances, but Almost Single, again, has a little bit of an incense, almost somewhat of a pair or player type of vibe, and it's just a good one. So check it out. Next one is Ojan by Parfums de Marly. Now, I don't know what else I can say about it. If you haven't heard about it, go on the internet. You can find so many reviews who say or express what this fragrance is so well. You're getting a fragrance that almost has that inky dark vetiver type of vibe, but it is classy. It almost smells like a refined niche version of Zeno to me. It has almost a gourmand touch mixed with that dark inky vetiver. It's almost playful, but it's still mature. It still has that brooding, mysterious nature to it, and it's going to do you so well. It's going to do you just right. Of course, again, if you want to go all out with a dark fragrance, you can go for Interlude Man. You can go for things like Black Afghano. But Ojan just brings the class and brings on the mysterious nature without being too much. It's never going to be, I think, off-putting. It tries to dial things in, so it's a little bit more wearable, I guess you could say. But it still has a lot of character. So I think Ojan is a good creation. I don't think it should be discounted or discarded. So check that one out. The next one is Posey Whisper Your Bitter Things. Now, this brand is indie. It's not exactly niche. It's a perfume oil. They might in the future make perfume sprays for y'all, but Whisper Your Bitter Things. I have my 10 ml roll-on oil bottle coming because I love this stuff so much. It's a full-bodied, interesting, almost like clove, spicy fragrance. It has interesting earthy accords, a very nice, playful greenness to it. To my nose, it smells like a more complex, better composed tobacco vanille. I know that's controversial, but to me, tobacco vanille is a little bit lighter. It's a little bit too spicy with the clove. I think it's far too expensive for what it is. And I think the quality of this Whisper Your Bitter Things by Posey is a great creation. So please check them out. It's a great fragrance. And I could make half of this list filled with their fragrances. Posey has some ghost fragrances. They have some other creations. I think they have one inspired by the Graveyard. So you got to check that one out, this brand out, and let me know what you think. It might seem a little bit expensive for an oil, but trust me, it actually is a pretty good value for what they're giving. You should see what other oils out there can go for. So let's talk about Sombre by Strange Parfums, or Stranger Parfums. Sombre is a crazy creation. I haven't tried it yet, honestly, but I found it and I wanted to share it with y'all and just talk about it. So first off, if you look at the notes, it says champagne, you see rose, you say, oh, that's going to be playful, romantic, boozy. I like how that sounds. You say fig. Interesting. I like fig. That's going to be a little bit sweet, maybe a little bit too unisex. Let's go on. You keep reading the notes. Orris. Okay, so it might be a little bit leather. It might be a little bit resinous. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a little bit floral, playful, boozy. I could maybe work with that. Then it says nocturnal animals, and you say, is this going to be really like a dark animalic nature to this fragrance? Where's this going? And then it jumps off the deep end. It goes into the dark zone, and like any horror movie, that music plays, things start to creak, things jump out of the dark, and things get crazy with this fragrance. It has vomit, things get rotten, it says, rotten notes, sweat, and even mold. So that maybe the after events of an attack in a horror movie with something decaying. So that's a crazy fragrance. I don't know what it smells like. I'd be excited to try it out and see what it's like. But it sounds like a horror scene, or the results of a horror movie. So this is my Halloween list. Hope you enjoyed it. Maybe I gave you a spook a little bit there at the end, but all of these fragrances are going to serve you really well. I tried to bring out some affordable dark fragrances, some affordable fragrances that are really just going to save you money, have you be smelling great this Halloween, and have fun. You guys and gals out there, have a good time, enjoy your fragrances, rock what you got, enjoy what you have. Don't feel like with any of my lists that you need to jump out there and buy any of these, that you have to, that your fragrance, you're incomplete with your collection. Just buy what sounds interesting to you. Don't feel like I'm pushing you towards anything. So let's have a great Halloween, have a fun time. Please be safe, y'all. Please be as safe as possible, and I'll see y'all next time. This is the Centaur Fragrance Channel. Take it easy, have fun. I'm excited to hear about what kind of fun you're going to have this Halloween, and I'm going to make a updated re-upload of my Halloween collaboration video for y'all later on today. So I'll see you next time. This is the Centaur Fragrance Channel. Wear what you love, rock what you got, and I'll see you next time, and bye.